Wednesday yoga. My name is Kenia. We'll get started on our backs today. So take this time to get comfortable on your mat. Let your body lie heavy, feeling supported. Try to relax a little more with every exhale. And breathe in a little deeper with every inhale. Just let the body be comfortable. We're going to be here for about 4 or 5 minutes, so get any little wiggles out as we transition into stillness for a moment. And I invite you to listen along. I brought the Path of Yoga Sutras with me today. And the reading that I landed on today is the pure light of inner awareness. It says, weapons cannot cut this, fire cannot burn this, water cannot wet this, nor can wind make it dry. Seated in our heart and pervading every cell of our body lies a conscious, intelligent awareness. Individual uniqueness is due to our temporary, ever-changing body, breath, and mind. These outer layers of ourselves surround an inner divine light of awareness, which illuminates the truth and expresses love and compassion. Our thoughts and emotions can distort what we perceive, creating in our heart mind a cloud that blurs what we register in memory. The process of yoga includes practices to quiet down and clarify our heart mind so that this inner essence can shed light on whatever we experience and reveal what is true and actual. So I invite you today to tune into your inner light of awareness, your higher self, your higher being, the part of you that is the human being, not the human doing. And let the body flow while we stay in this state. Let the body flow through yoga today, through yoga asana, physical practice. While keeping that lightness, that awareness turned on, feeling it in your body, mind, and spirit connected. We'll use our breath to help us today, so whenever you feel that you're holding tension and maybe not connected to that inner light of awareness, whether there's thoughts intruding or some kind of discomfort, use that breath to get you back into that lightness and that ever-present peace really never leaves us. And in this space, I invite you to set an intention for your class today. It could be something that you wish to, somehow you wish to be. How do you wish to go through class, or how do you wish to handle a situation outside of class today? But let the intention be on how. Maybe it's using that inner light of awareness to get you through something difficult or to help you make a decision. With that, seal the intention and send it out. With a deep inhale, bring it into the body. Deep inhale, fill the belly, hold at the bottom. And then exhale through the lips, sending it out to the universe. We'll invite movement into the body, bring the knees up into the chest. Let that spine glue down to the mat. Grab your knees, rock side to side gently. And then grab the outsides of the feet for a happy baby. Gently guiding the knees towards the mat. Feel the hips opening for the first time. Maybe you can keep rocking side to side here. Just warming up, just tuning into these parts of our bodies for the first time. So just notice what you're noticing. And then kick both heels up to the ceiling. We'll flex the ankles here. Take those ankles in circles both directions and just breathe into that space. Breathe into the feet. Maybe play around with those 10 toes. Opening up the balls of the feet as well. And then begin to guide the legs a little closer to the chest, getting into the hamstrings. Flex the toes down towards the face. Maybe reach for those toes. Opening up the back of the calves as well. Just being gentle. It's the first time being stretched in the back of the body. Just notice how the hamstrings are. And then let the feet come all the way back down to the mat for Supta Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. Let the outer edges of the feet come together, butterfly the knees out. Use your hands to lessen the weight as you let the knees fall out, opening the hips. You can kind of rock the knees side to side a little bit, flutter the knees. And then use your hands to lift them back up. Grab behind your thighs. Rock and roll on your spine a couple times. We're going to come to seated, right on our sit bones. Giving yourself a little massage. All right, find a comfortable cross-legged position. Ground down to your sit bones. Hands rest on the knees. We'll breathe into the neck here to start. So let the head be heavy. And let your head fall in all directions. Tune into that neck space. Whatever part of the body we're working on, try to bring your awareness there. Really listening to our bodies. Hold on, I'm going to turn off the heat really quick. Kenia, the next group, you know where it is? Yeah. You do? Okay, thank you. A couple more breaths, both directions. If there's any spot that feels nice to have a little weight, you can do that. Be mindful. Now come to center. Nice tall spine. Take a couple seated cat-cows here, hands on the knees. Inhale, point your ribs forward, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine, let the head fall down towards the chest. Move at your own pace, exaggerate the movement. Maybe even closing the eyes, just tuning into the spine. Then we'll come back to sitting up nice and tall. Thank you. We'll get a little side body stretch here. So we'll take our right arm down to the side. Inhale, left hand reaches up and over, reach to the corner of that room. Feel the rib cage open. And then we'll go over to the other side. Left hand lands, right hand lifts. Now move through these two sides at your own pace. Just trying to open up the side body a little bit at a time. Breathing into the ribs and expanding the lungs. Try to reach as high as you can, not just as far over to the side. Also reaching up. Keep the sit bones long and long. Last two. And then come back to center. Okay, from here we're going to open this heart space, pull the shoulders down and back, grab your 2 hands behind you, and then we're going to pull the hands over to the right hip, drop your chin, pull the chin over towards the right shoulder, and open up this left side of the chest space. If you don't feel it, begin to lift and lower your chin until you find that stretch. Should go from the neck to the shoulder. Keep pulling your hands over to the right. And then release through center. Take hands over to left hip, chin over to left shoulder. Make sure you're still sitting up nice and tall, and then let that chin go over as far as you can to that right shoulder. Come back to center, and we'll roll over the knees all the way to the tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then take a full cat-cow here. Inhale, point those shoulders down, gaze goes up. Exhale, arch the spine with the head hanging heavy. Big movements here. So we already did seated cat-cow. Now I want you to do the biggest cat-cows that you can. Really gaze goes up, pull the shoulders out of the ears. When you exhale, arch the spine, pull your core up as high as you can. Pull the belly back up to the spine. Really tune into this entire back. And then take your hands a little bit wider and farther in front of where they are right now. We'll add some more movement here, hip circles. So guiding your hips in both directions, drawing a big circle with your belly button. But let it just kind of flow through you, whatever feels natural. Let those hips sink down to the side. And then we'll come back to the full tabletop. Hands on your shoulders. Pull your core nice and tight. We'll open up the right hip to start. So take your right knee out 90 degrees. A couple of hip circles both directions. So flex those toes forward to protect the knee. Feel your glutes activating your core. Really focusing on opening this hip. All right, now we're going to keep that knee bent and kick the right heel up to the ceiling. And we're going to chicken arm our left hand to the back of the head. This is kind of a funky one. Keep your balance. This is our inhale. Exhale, knee and elbow underneath you. Give it a touch. Inhale, open up. Find that expansive feeling. And then exhale, crush. Keep going at your own pace. Use that breath. The breath really helps us stay focused with the body. Ujjayi breathing. Last one, we'll drop the left hand, but kick that right leg long and then shoot it off the mat over to the left. Gaze goes over your shoulder to the left heel. Kick farther, a little bit harder through that right heel. Gaze a little bit more over that left shoulder. And then back to center. We'll thread the needle right side. Inhale, right hand sweeps up. Exhale, send it under. As far as you can reach over to the left. Head comes back down to the mat. Begin to roll over the outer edge of your shoulder. And yogi's choice to make it a little bit of a balancing posture by lifting that inside leg. Yeah. And gently coming back to the tabletop, full expression tabletop. Find that balance, so right away make sure everything's stacked. Pull your core nice and tight, and then we'll open up that left hip. Bring the knee out to the side. Hip circles both directions. So at first, maybe they're small, try to get a little bit wider. Feel how it makes the muscles activate. Yeah, you're opening, there might be some pops and snap crackle pops like Rice Krispie treats. All right, and then kick that heel straight up to the ceiling. Chicken arm your left or your right hand to the back of the head. And exhale, crunch. Bring it in as high as you can, knee to the nose. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Stay with your breath. So the breath should guide the movement, not the other way around. Ujjayi breathing, try to breathe in the nose and out of the nose. And then last one, drop your right hand, left heel straightens, goes all the way off the mat to the right. Hands are still under the shoulders, gaze over your right shoulder, try to find that left heel. Nice job. Come back to center, drop the left knee to meet right, and then thread the needle left side. Inhale, open the heart space, and exhale, send it under the body. Really reach as far as you can with those fingertips. Let the arm come down to the mat. Head comes down. Maybe the head doesn't need the mat, that's okay. Yogi's choice to take that balancing posture. Gently come back to forward, tabletop position. And then first down dog with class, tuck the toes, send those hips high, send them back. Pedal out those feet. First down dog here. Always takes a moment to kind of settle in. Wiggle those legs straight into them. Maybe drop the hips side to side a little bit. Spread your fingers really wide. Tune in with those shoulders. Make sure you're nice and strong through the shoulders. Maybe rotate the armpits in a little bit. Face each other. Gaze is back. Maybe knees lift up to the belly button. We'll look at the space between the hands and tippy toe to the front of the mat. Keep the hips as high as you can. We'll meet in a ragdoll pose so the feet land under your hips. Bend the knees, belly comes out on the thighs. You turn into a ragdoll here, just letting the weight go out the crown of the head. Finding length in that low back, all the way through the spine. You can rock side to side. Definitely shake out that head, release the neck here. You don't have to hold up the neck. And only if it feels comfortable, straighten into the legs a little bit. Breathe into the hamstrings. And then slowly release the hands, roll up one vertebra at a time. We'll be in mountain pose. So grounding down for those feet. We'll take a couple shoulder rolls to start. Lift the shoulders up to the ears and then relax them down the back. Getting ready for that mountain pose. Yeah. So hands down on the side, gaze forward. And then inhale, hands sweep overhead. Exhale, lift the hips, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, hold plank. Hold plank. Drop to the knees or hold plank. Try to stay here if you can. We'll do a little hip drops today, so we'll drop the right hip down towards the ground, left hip down towards the ground. Going through center and then going over to the other side. So maybe you can even roll over the ball through those feet. Going all the way from side to side. Keep that tailbone lowered. Beautiful job. Nice job. Feel those obliques. We're going to use them today. A couple more. Back to center. Drop the knees. 8-point pose. Drop chest and chin. Your chest goes right between the thumbs here. Keep that rolled finger in the spine, and then walk the legs back, pressing feet into the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Lift up with the chest, lift up with the gaze. Exhale, release the chin down to the mat. Stay here for a breath. And then inhale up, second cobra pose. This time come a little deeper. Maybe take a squeeze pose, pressing forearms into the mat. Push up, lift up, keep your belly button engaged. And then lower down, hands under the shoulders, child's pose. Try and lengthen the spine. Wiggle your hips side to side here, so you come back towards the heels. Forehead can come down to the mat. At any point in class, you can take this rest in child's pose, or even down dog is a good resting posture as well. We'll move through tabletop, come back to down dog. Always in your own pace as well. Listen to your body, let it take any little movements that it needs to get there. So find a nice stable down dog. Make sure those shoulders are rolled in nice and tight, gazes back between the legs. And then we'll inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, give it a tap. Inhale, lift the leg. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it high. Inhale, lift the foot. Third exhale, knee goes to the left elbow, maybe the left armpit. Inhale, lift. Fourth exhale, fall in triangle. The knee goes back over to the left, straight into the right leg. Nice job. Lots of strength here. Keep going. One more breath. Drop left hand, step back to three-legged down dog. And then low lunge, exhale, bring the foot between the hands, drop left knee. Okay, we breathe into this low lunge for a moment here. Looking for my block. Oh yeah, brought it over there. So we'll be here for like 60 seconds in this low lunge, opening up that right hip flexor. Low lunge can look like this when we're up on the knee, or low lunge can be down with hands on the mat. On the right side. So wherever you're at in this low lunge, bring awareness to the core, your belly button, and you have to be on this. Bring them a little bit more in. Relax the shoulders. Relax that front of the right leg. Last breath. You're then send it back half split. Straighten into the left leg. Walk that heel forward. Balance before you can get into the stretch. So this is why I use a block of either hand. Inhale, find a little bit of lift and lift. Then exhale, fold over your left shin. Only if it's comfortable, you can clear out the reflection of those toes there. Last breath here, last exhale, release a little deeper. And then we're gonna lift the chest, come forward to a high lunge. So ground through the left foot, sweep your hands forward. Pick up your back heel, roll the balls of the back foot. Nice job. So high lunge, you should still feel that hip flexor opening up. So deep bend in that front knee, pull the right knee into the quad, strong legs. And then we're going to prayer hands, exhale, twist to the left, right elbow, left knee. Try to keep that ball of the back foot kind of grounded into the mat, strong high lunge legs. Press your palms together as you pull your belly button up to the spine and add a little spinal twist. Gaze goes over to the left. Yeah. All right, ground down through your left foot. We're going to pop our right foot to meet the left, chair pose with a twist. Yeah, nice job. So bring those big toes to touch, those knees stay touched, hands are where they're at. And then we'll inhale to center, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, pyramid pose, step your right foot back behind the left. Right foot goes back behind the left.
Toes are out at an angle, front toes forward. Another pose that's next to the block. Inhale, half lift, front and lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forehead down towards your left shin. Relax your head, relax your neck. We tend to hold up the head here. Last breath. Bend your front knees so those hands can come onto your mat under the shoulders. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Take it through your first chaturanga, vinyasa, or skip it with knee in down dog. You always have option to lower to the belly and do a cobra pose, or a full chaturanga vinyasa. Inhale through the nose, open mouth, exhale, release, side out. One more time, deep breath into the belly. Exhale. Ready for the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, lift. Second exhale, knee to chest, pull it as high as you can. Inhale, lift the foot. Third exhale, to go across the body, right elbow or right armpit. Inhale, lift. Fourth exhale, fall in triangle. Let that knee go back under the body, over to the right, straight into the left leg. Lift your right hand high. Stay here. Lots of strength. Drop your right hand, send the left foot back to three-legged down dog. And then last time, bring that foot between the hands, drop it for low lunge. So these next two poses, same thing, we hold for a little bit longer. I'm on the wrong side. Is everyone on the wrong side or just me?
No, it's left. You switch over to the left while we're on the right. You're right.
I'm like, I've already done this side. Darn it. Okay. So everybody has which foot forward?
I followed you earlier, so.
Oh no, that's tough. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay, last exhale here, last release, and then your big inhale sips it back straight into the front leg, half splits. Okay, at home, I totally messed up. I'm not sure. Half of the people are on one leg, half of the people are on the other leg. So we're just in half splits. All right, next inhale, come forward, high lunge, sweep those hands forward, you're on the ball of the back foot. Okay, so move to the left. Okay, prayer hands, twist to whatever side you need to twist to. For prayer hands, twist high lunge. Press those palms together, adding spinal twist, pull the core in, pull up through the crown of your head to create a little bit more length. And then ground down through your front foot. You're going to bring your back foot to meet the front foot for chair pose. Keep those knees together. Keep those palms pressed together. Feel those legs working. And then inhale, hands through center for chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, pyramid pose, whatever side you didn't do last time. Step your other foot back, pyramid pose. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Maybe use the block to lift up. And then exhale, fold, shin down towards your forehead down towards the shin. Try to keep those hips parallel to the floor. Relax your head, relax the neck. All right, bend that front knee, plant the hands under the shoulders.
You're gonna step your foot back to meet the other foot, take it through a chaturanga vinyasa, or skip it when kneeling down dog. Always meeting in down dog. And then from here, we're gonna take it through a sunny, meaning back and down dog. So the bottom of an exhale, look at the space between your hands. Try to go one breath per movement. Exhale, meet at the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up with that straight spine. And exhale, hands through center, down by the side. Reset, inhale, bring the hands overhead, nice big reach. Exhale, hinge at the hips, micro bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, fingers to the floor or the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, take it through a chaturanga vinyasa, or skip and meet in down dog. I'm gonna get the legs right this time. We're gonna do it together. So from down dog, we'll inhale, right foot lifts high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up, high lunge, sweep those hands forward. Exhale, prayer hands, twist to the right. Left elbow, right knee. We've been here before. Try to find it with a little bit more ease this time. Press those palms together. And then we're gonna inhale all the way to warrior two. So you cartwheel your left hand forward and then backwards, right hand forward. Your back heel drops. Deep bend in the front knee. Gaze over those right fingers. Inhale, reverse it, left hand down, right hand reaches back. Reach, reach, reach towards the corner of the room. Exhale, extended side angle, right elbow, right knee. The left hand reaches up and over. Inhale, we lift, we'll come to a horse pose. So you come to the center of the mat, you're gonna point those toes out. Well, we're starting star pose, so we'll bring everything straight. Hands are straight, legs are straight. And then we'll exhale down to horse. You can bring your hands to heart center, bring those knees out towards the toes. Inhale, star. Exhale, horse. Use your breath, follow your pace, keep going. A couple more. Inhale, open up. Exhale, sink down. Try to get those sit bones down. Inhale, open. Last one, exhale, horse, hold it here. So really make sure that the heels are right under the knees and the knees are tracking out. Stay here, we're gonna use that core a little more. Right elbow down towards right thigh, left elbow down towards left thigh. At your own pace, with your own breath, going side to side. Keep the deep bend in those knees, keep those hips low, core lifted, chest lifted. A couple more. Yep. All right, we'll come back, straighten the legs, straighten your arms. We're gonna set up for a triangle pose. So straighten those legs, back toes out at an angle. We'll reach forward with the hands until we can't reach any more, then revolve the arms. Right hand down, left hand up for triangle. In triangle today, maybe try to lift that bottom hand off the mat. See if that core that we've been using, those obliques, can keep you lifted. And then we'll gaze down in front of right toes, half moon, balancing on right foot. Left hand stays where it is, left foot lifts. If you have a block under your front hand, that's exactly super helpful. And then drop back, wide-legged forward fold. Try to transition the best you can. Left heel lands, and then your right toes come into pigeon. When you get there, inhale, half lift, shine the heart forward. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. You can do that a couple times, it feels nice. Sometimes when you inhale, you come out of the pose a little bit, and then exhale, go a little deeper. Just creating a little more space, and then exhale, really releasing into the stretch. The whole back side of the body, those legs, the low back releases. Always being careful with the back of the knees here, so maybe even a little micro bend in those knees will help. And then you can play around curling away to the balls of those feet a little bit. See if you can get it to lift the hips. A little more, bring your head a little closer to the ground. Yeah, just something to play with. All right, going back to the front of your mat. Nice. Plant those hands around the front of your foot. With your right foot, step back, take it through the chaturanga vinyasa. Or skip it with me in downward dog. Big breath here. Setting up for the other side. And then we'll take it down and stretch. Inhale, left foot lifts high to the sky. Exhale, plant the foot, come up high lunge. Sweep those hands forward. Try to have a really deep bend in the front knee. You're nice and settled into the high lunge right when you lift up. Exhale, prayer hands twist to the left, right elbow, left knee. Press those hands together. Get that spinal twist. Squeeze the legs. Everything's working. Open it up, warrior two. Play with the hands. It's fun to practice that cartwheel motion, swinging right hand forward and then back, letting your right heel land. Front. Gaze over the front fingertips. Deep bend, deep bend. Inhale, reverse it. The right hand down, the left hand reaches towards the back of the room. Feel the ribs open. Feel that below. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow, left knee, reach up and over the right hand, one long line. Use the core to lift you all the way to star pose. So coming through center, we readjust the foot here, so bring those toes pointed out. Exhale, hands up, heart center, star, warrior horse. Inhale, open it up, 5-point star. Everything straightens, and then exhale, we sink. At your own pace, keep going. Feel the expansion, and then feel your muscles working as you sink down. Last one, stay down in horse. Make sure those knees are really tracking out here. It's not an easy pose. And then practice those obliques, lowering elbow towards knee. Yeah. Full body workout. Try to stay with it. Really warming up the core. Use your breath. All right, the last two. And then you're going to straighten into those legs, straighten those arms, sitting up for triangle pose. Front toes forward, back toes out at an angle. Reach forward with the fingertips until you can't anymore. Revolve to triangle. Wherever your left hand lands, maybe today you practice lifting up that left hand. Maybe there's a beach ball. Gaze in front of the left toes, drop your left hand there, pop it up, half move, grounding through left foot, right hand. Everything is open towards the windows. Beautiful. Beautiful. Drop it back all the way to your right leg. Forward fold. Second wide leg, forward fold. Turning those toes in a little bit so they're closer. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Maybe you grab your hands on the mat and grip underneath you, pulling your head closer to the mat. Or perhaps you want a shoulder stretch today. Take your hands together overhead. Let them fall down towards the floor. Wherever you're at, try to relax a little more through that neck and head space. You don't have to hold your head at all. Nice release. Yeah. Gently move back towards the front of the mat. Framing left foot. Step it back to get the chaturanga vinyasa. Or skip it knee down. And then we'll come to a pigeon pose. So let's inhale, the right foot lifts. Exhale, bring your right knee to behind your right wrist. Try to get your left or your right ankle up towards behind your left wrist. Wiggle out left leg long, and we're going to hold pigeon pose for a full minute. So another longer stretch. Take your time to get into it. want to try to keep those hips square to the front of the room, and then only as you're ready, you can lower down. You can come forearms down to the mat, or you can do a threaded needle here. But knowing that we're going to be here for another 45 seconds, try to just observe maybe where your mind wanders, or try to tune back into that enlightened awareness. The longer poses are sometimes the harder poses. But that's all about the practice of yoga. Really relaxing the pigeon pose, the hips are nice and open. Letting your own body do the work, all that body weight. Last exhale, let it be nice and long. And then on the inhale, as if you sit in that big breath, lift up, pressing hands underneath you to lift your chest. We'll wiggle onto the right side, let your left ankle come all the way around so it lands on the right knee, coming to full expression of pigeon. So trying to get knees and ankles to stack, you can always use a prop here to lessen the stiffness, or you can even take that bottom leg out. I like to press my hands into the mat, lift the hips, and let them come back down a little more evenly. And if you feel nice and stretching here, this is your pose today. Or if you want to bend forward, bringing the hands down to the floor, you can do that as well. You should feel it in both hips. Lifting up, all the way up. Press the weight back into the hips so you can release your feet. We'll press the feet into the mat and just kind of drop the knees side to side, open up the hips. Just notice whatever sensations happen. All right, and then we're going to cross the legs, roll over the knees, back to down dog. And from down dog, we're going to take it through one Sunday before we go to the other side. So this is really at your own pace. We're going all the way from here back to down dog. So at the bottom of an exhale, get the space between your hands, one breath per movement. Exhale, bring it to the top of your mat. When you get there, inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one bend all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right hand, step back, take your top arm with that same exact exhale as you have push up. The next inhale is the up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, lift the left foot. Exhale, pigeon pose, left side. Try to bring that shin as high as you can. And then wiggle your right leg long down the mat. Settling in. Same thing other side. So bring awareness to your hips. Try to make sure those hip bones are nice and square to the front of the room. And then in your own pace, lowering down, forearms. Maybe your head goes all the way down to the mat. Or maybe you stay lifted. Any version of the pigeon pose. 50 more seconds. Nice. Warrior breathing still. All right, we're on that last exhale, then release everything you have. And then inhale, lift up, gently roll onto the left hip. Bring that right ankle all the way around. Same thing, other side. So you know how your body transitions into this pose best. You might have to wiggle around a little bit. You might have to lift those hips. Takes a few breaths to really sink in as you try to lower the right knee down over the left foot. And then if your pose is here, if you're in it, stay here, or you can bow forward. Stay with your breathing. All right, press up to release, bring those legs out again. And then this time we'll just bring them out 45 degrees straight. Whew. All right, so we're gonna get into the low back a little bit. But from this position where our legs are out straight, we want to think about keeping the thighs kind of rolled up and out as we move into this pose. So we'll start on the right side. I like to bring my left hand to support. We're going to bow forward, bring the right forearm over to the right shin, open the chest, and then inhale, left hand reaches up and over, creating a rainbow all the way down to your right toes if you can reach. We're just aiming in that direction. Big opening on that low back on the left side. And then gently going through center, making your way over to the left. Left forearm goes over towards that left shin. Try to open your chest a little bit more to the side wall. And inhale. Reach the right fingertips towards those left toes. Nice. Big stretch. And then coming back for center, bring those legs together. We're going to do one forward fold before we get down on our backs here. So with the legs out straight in front of us, stop pose. Try to get those sit bones down on the mat the best you can. Straighten through the heels, flex your toes up. Inhale, lift in the spine, lift in the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your spine straight as long as you can. And then release down. Maybe down on your feet or gripping onto the mat. Let your forehead fall towards the shins. All right, release on up, and then we're going to make our way onto our backs. So you might want to bend those knees and kind of support yourself as you roll on down. When you get there, give yourself a little hug, wrap your knees into your chest, just like we did at the beginning of class. Give yourself a little hug. Feel those hip flexors should feel a bit more open now. not as tight as the first time. And then happy baby as well. Feel how much more open those hips are as you pull your feet, pull those knees closer to the mat. Maybe rock side to side. Yeah, whatever feels nice, play around with it. Maybe straighten into the legs. Sometimes you can even grab the insides of those feet. Happy baby. Make it yours. Nice. And then we'll drop our feet to the mat. We're going to do a couple rounds of bridge pose today to get into that low back. Make sure it's nice and open before we get out of here. So make sure you can reach down and touch your heels for bridge pose. And then to start, you're going to kind of wiggle your onto your shoulders almost, like you're trying to tuck your, I always think of it as like our wings, like we have a bird and you have wings. Tuck your wings underneath you. On an inhale, press through the heels, lift up your first bridge pose. Grab your hands underneath you. Press a little bit more through the heels, but release your glutes. The legs aren't doing the work here. Feel the natural C-curve of that spine. Bring the chest up towards the chin. Feel that low back natural arch. That's what we're aiming for. Release the hands, come up onto the tippy toes, lower down one vertebrae at a time. Tailbone's the last thing to come down. One breath here, and then we'll do our second bridge pose in yogi's choice. If you have a wheel in your practice or any other kind of back bend you want, go ahead and do that. If you're ready for second bridge, make sure you can touch those heels. On an inhale, press through the heels, lift the hips, grab your hands together underneath you, wiggle those shoulders a little bit closer, pull that chest up towards the chin. There's even a little bit of constriction in that breathing here. Release the glutes. Yeah. Nice job. Release the hands, lift up onto the tippy toes. Roll out one vertebrae at a time. And then we'll end today with the supine twist. So make sure your knee or your back is nice and long on the mat, nice and neutral. And then bring the knees to the chest and let them fall over to the right. But on the way, try to pick up your hips, bring them back to the center line of the mat so the left hip stacks right on top of the right hip. And then cactus your left arm, and maybe your gaze goes out to the left. So another pose where you get to feel nice and melty, just letting your body be heavy. Your body weight is adding in the stretch here. It's adding to. And gently coming back to center. Let the spine go back neutral before you take it over to the left. Hug the knees into the chest and then let them fall over to the left. Or any way that you like to get in your supine twist. Cactus that right arm. And maybe if you can, if it feels okay on the neck, let the gaze go over to the right as well. So you're really twisting from tailbone to the crown of the head. Coming back to center, and then you have a full minute here to get any last stretches, wiggles, movements. You can sit up, you can walk around. Do anything that your body is calling for. Any last little stretches. Yeah, just let the body move. Don't even think about it. Anything we didn't get to today? Anywhere you're holding that tension, just give it a little bit more love before we meet in stillness. And before we enter Shavasana today, I'm going to offer a thought that goes along with the chapter that I read about the inner light of awareness. So it's an exercise, and I invite you to bring this into Shavasana with you and even off the mat with you. It's simple. It says, meditate on the part of you that never changes. Your inner light of awareness. And welcome to Shavasana. Invite movement back into the body by moving the fingers, toes. Let it light up the rest of the body. You can open the eyes, so keep them closed. Inhale, reach the hands overhead like it's the first stretch of the day. Nice big breath in. And then exhale, use this to roll over onto your favorite side. Arm as a pillow. And then gently pressing up to the comfortable seated position. One practice here. Facing the front of the room, tall through the spine, hands on the knees. You can close the eyes, gentle bow of the head. And then next inhale together, bring the hands overhead.
Exhale the thumbs down together by center. Pause here. We're here, we're all connected. The light in me sees it on as the light in me. Namaste.